Good morning, everyone. Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Sean V. Perkins. While court is in session, please keep your backgrounds quiet and clear. Sit back, wait for your name to be called. Also, if you're in a vehicle, there is no driving while court is in session. Also, there will be no talking, eating, drinking, gum, chewing, walking around, or smoking of any kind, and please remain properly dressed at all times. Thank you. Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, good morning. Okay, Mr. Guadiana, did I pronounce that right?
Yes, sir, you did.
All right, Mr. Guadiana, do you have the information from probation that you did the class and took testing and stuff?
Unfortunately, no, not yet, sir.
You don't have that? You haven't done that yet?
Not yet, sir.
Have you spoken to probation about that?
Yes, I actually have. It's just I felt ill and I wasn't able to actually get on the class because I couldn't talk. And then the next class isn't until I believe it's another week and a half.
When can you have that done?
As soon as I take that class, I'll have this before the end of the month.
Oh, so when do you want to come back? Close to get this.
If I can get the testing submitted before I have to come back, I wouldn't have to appear, correct?
The testing and the class, yes.
Okay. Yeah, then yeah, absolutely. I can get that. If you can give me another 30 days, I'll have it done before then. You won't even have to see me again.
All right, this is the city of Detroit versus David Noah Guadiana, case number U59457321. Appearance for the record, please.
Paul Faulkner, representing defendant, P22994. Your name, sir?
David Waliana.
Your Honor, it appears my client needs another 30 days to complete his classes and testing.
All right, I see he's paid the $240. So all we're waiting on is the classing and the testing. So I'm going to give you till January 10th, 2022. I'm going to set it for a review on that morning, and that's going to be at 8:25.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And there's nothing further, sir. I wish you a safe and happy holiday season, all right?
Absolutely. You as well. Happy holidays.
Thank you. All right. What are we gonna do with this Owens case, Mr. Faulkner? You want to speak to him briefly, or?
I can.
All right, Mr. Owens, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with the lawyer, and you can talk for him briefly, and we'll come back with the plan.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Okay.
Danny,
Clerk today.
oh, how are you?
Well, how are you?
Very well, very well. I have Chanel Lindsay.
Yes.
Good morning to you. And I have Miss Gracie. Morning to you. Is that Lorraine Gay Grayson? You have to unmute yourself, ma'am.
Hello.
Yeah, how are you? Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
All right, very well. All right, I got those two already. I took care of those.
Oh.
They're right on the top of.
Okay. Thank you.
He's coming up. No. This one. Is that Mr.? So. Okay, let's call the case. This is the city of Detroit versus Chanel Denise Lindsay, case number SP 11899001, counts 1, 2, and 3. Ms. Lindsay, let me ask you this, and let's keep it. Where are you, ma'am?
I'm right here.
Well, let me see your face.
My camera is broke, so it don't work.
I'm not buying that, Ms. Lindsay.
Huh?
I'm not buying that.
I'm serious. I dropped my phone and broke my camera. I'm at work right now.
All right, Mr. Faulkner, what are we gonna do with Mr. Owens?
Not guilty waiver, Your Honor. Waiver trial.
All right, you want to set it for a trial? Okay, let me pass Ms. Lindsay for momentarily. Ms. Lindsay tells me her camera's not broken, her camera is inoperable, and I just don't believe that. She says she's at work, but, all right, let's call this case. This is the city of Detroit versus Robert Owens, case number Z8006761.
Could you repeat that, Your Honor? I'm sorry, the case number?
Z8006761.
Thank you.
This is the city of Detroit versus Robert Owens. Can you put your appearance on the record, Mr. Faulkner, please?
Paul Faulkner, representing the defendant. And your name, sir? Mr. Owens? Unmute your phone or computer. Mr. Owens, need you unmute.
Oh, yes, okay. Robert
Give us
Owens,
tell us your name, sir.
Robert Owens.
Your Honor, my client is continuing his plea of not guilty and requesting a bench trial date. Waives his right to a jury trial.
Where have you been, Mr. Owens?
Well, I went to prison for 3 years and 11 months, and I was trying to get this taken care of then, and they wouldn't let me. So when I got out, I moved to Louisiana, and now I'm staying in Virginia.
You judge said no. All right, so apparently, I guess are you having trouble getting your license or something out there in Virginia
Yes,
because of this issue?
yes. That's the only thing holding me up.
What I'll do for your client, what year did you go to prison?
Went to prison in 2013, and I got out in 2017. And I've been in Louisiana for years, and I moved to Virginia. I got off probation.
Here in Michigan, you went to prison, correct?
No, I went to a federal prison in Virginia. When I caught the case down there, I was already living in Virginia. I had just came back to Detroit, and I got caught drinking and driving. So when I got out, I went to jail for child support that same night. So when they gave me the arraign me for the child support, they let me out without even going for this. So after I got out, I went back to Virginia, and then I wound up going to prison a couple months later, probably about a year later.
All right, now I don't know of a good way to effectuate this for your client besides him coming back unless he knows somebody here still in Michigan. What I will allow your client to do based on the circumstances, I will allow him to pay his reinstatement fee up front.
You understand that, Mr. Owens?
Yes.
You can pay, if you can pay the reinstatement fee, you probably can go get your license.
Okay.
You pay it on the internet.
Okay.
I don't know if that's gonna work. I wouldn't suggest
Oh,
that.
that's right.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest being anything on the internet. What I would suggest is, I don't know, I don't know if you're coming back to Detroit for the holiday or what you're doing, or if you
Uh,
have a member here.
well, I'm working now, so I really don't have the time.
I don't know if you have a family member here that you can have come down to the court, because I'm allowing you to pay this $45 up front. That should give you some clearances. If you don't have anything else, then you could potentially get a driver's license while this case is still ongoing. What's your middle name, sir?
I don't have one.
All right, very well. So that's something that you're gonna have to take care of. I got a trial date set for March the 10th, 2022 at 9 a.m.
Is there any way I could pay it over? Could I go to your website and pay it at the Wayne?
And look, first of all, I wouldn't suggest paying it on the website anyway, if you could, because we've been having a lot of trouble. That stuff hasn't been going through, time at all. So
Okay.
secondly, by paying the reinstatement fee, I don't know, I don't know if there's gonna be, a way that you can just pay the reinstatement fee. You can definitely try, and I'll see if, Ms. Jackie can put it in so that you can do so, but that's all we can do. I can't guarantee anything. I can just let you know that I will allow you to pay that reinstatement fee, and you can potentially get a driver's license, all right? You have a question, sir?
No.
All right, so if there's no further questions, sir, I wish you a safe and happy holiday season. I will see you back here in the new year on March the 10th, 2022 at 9 a.m., all right, for a trial.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you
very much. So let's move on. Attorney, Counselor, good morning to you.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Very well. What's your client? Who's your client?
Lane, Lane.
Lane.
Yes,
Okay. A formal hearing?
yes.
All right, we're gonna give the officer another, we give him a 30-minute grace period from 8:30, so, they got 19 more minutes to check in, all right?
Okay, thank you. I'll stand by.
Very well. Let's go with,
I didn't see a Owens on the dock.
no, it wasn't. We just walked.
Oh.
We're gonna recall the warrant on Owens, and, we're gonna enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. We're gonna set a trial date. I'll put a note up there, pay reinstatement fee up front on ROA, right there. So make sure you put that note in that I let them pay the reinstatement fee for Owens. Here, it's written on the top. Everything I've written on the top, so that if you have any questions, you can just ask me, but
Okay.
hopefully I'll bring it clear enough that it's.
Yeah, I can read.
All right,
Thank you.
very
Okay.
well. All right,
Okay.
Miss Lindsay, we're back on the record with Miss Chanel Lindsay, who tells me
Yes, I'm here.
doesn't have a camera on her phone. Her phone is broken. Do you have a driver's license, ma'am? Just yes or no questions.
No.
All right. Insurance on this vehicle or registration on the vehicle? Yes or no question?
Yes.
You have insurance and registration, but you don't have a camera, so we can't see it. What do you want to do, Counselor Goss? It's a driver's license never acquired, no insurance misdemeanor, and a no registration.
We're doing proper plates.
Ms. Lindsay, you are 21 years old. And telling a person my age that you don't have a camera, it's hard to believe.
I'm using my phone, sir, and I'm at work, and I dropped it a couple
right.
days ago. I haven't got it fixed yet.
All right, I'm gonna accept you telling me the truth. It's just hard to believe that a 21-year-old doesn't have a camera on their phone right now. Or that seemed like that would be the first thing you would do as soon as you drop that phone and get that.
No,
So-
I'm not.
So, Mr. Goss, don't have to file. Driver's license number required no insurance, misdemeanor, and no registration. She says she has insurance and registration, but we don't have any. Don't have any proof.
Is she close to getting a driver's license?
Where are you where are you in the quest to get your driver's license, or are you trying to get your driver's license?
I made a Secretary of State appointment for the 17th, so I'm going to take it on the 17th.
Do you have any other tickets in any other jurisdictions?
No.
You're gonna keep, the city attorney's gonna offer you allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. That's gonna be a $240 fine now, and I'll dismiss that case immediately upon payment. That case will not abstract to the Secretary of State. So you shouldn't have any problem getting your driver's license, even if you take the deal and you just need some time to pay, you should still be able to go get your driver's license on the 17th. You can have the
Okay.
right, you have absolute right to a trial, ma'am. I have Mr. Faulkner online, a very good defense attorney that can advise you if you need to ask any questions, or you can take the deal. What would you like to do, ma'am?
Yeah, I'll take the deal.
All right, ma'am. Can you raise your right hand, please?
Yes, I'm doing it right now.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Or you can put your hand down, ma'am. Ma'am, you
Okay.
understand the maximum possible penalty for this misdemeanor is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're gonna give up that trial right?
Huh? Can you repeat that, sir?
You understand by taking this offer, you're gonna give up that trial right?
Right.
You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, I understand.
All right, has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
Okay, ma'am, let me draw your attention back to, this, April 18th, 2021 at around 9:57 PM in the city of Detroit area of Evergreen Street, Capitol. Ma'am, did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes.
On that date, ma'am, did that officer produce a valid driver's license?
Can you repeat that, sir? You was breaking up.
Did that officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
You couldn't do so, could you, ma'am?
No,
And why is that?
because I don't have my driver's license yet.
Very well, ma'am. I'm gonna find you guilty of the amended count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. I'm going to, with the stipulation of probable cause, counsel, I'm going to dismiss the other two counts.
Don't stipulate.
All right, and I'm gonna fine you $240. I said I'll dismiss upon payment. Now, when can you pay, ma'am?
I can pay on the 17th. That's when I get paid.
You get paid on the 17th, so I am going to give you. I'm going to give you till. I need you to pay that at any div/dab kiosk in the city of Detroit. I need you to come down to the court and pay that. So if you can, I don't want you to pay that online. I want you to come down to the court and pay it, or I want you to pay it at any div/dab kiosk in the city of Detroit. So if you do that, how about we have you back on January the 5th? No, let's have you back on January the 7th. If it's paid by January the 7th, ma'am, you do not have to come back. However, if it's not paid, I need to see you January 7th at 8:25 a.m. You understand?
Yes, I understand.
All right, very good. Have a very good, safe, and happy holiday season. Before you get that phone fixed, ma'am, pay this money off so this case can be dismissed, okay?
Okay.
All right, have a great day.
Okay, you too.
Lorraine, great. Yep, final word. Right, this is the city of Detroit versus Lorraine Gay Grayson, case number SP 11888823, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Yes,
Paul
Lorraine.
Faulkner, represent the tenant.
Hey,
Go ahead.
so state your name, Ms. Grayson, for the record, please.
Lorraine Gay Grayson.
This is case where Faulkner, it's allowing an unlicensed driver to drive along with no registration and no insurance. Ma'am, if you have insurance and registration, it's just a yes or no question. Did you have insurance and registration on this 2004 Chrysler?
We sold that, my husband sold that vehicle. That car was not in our possession when that crime took place.
It's not.
I have the documents that I can send over, but we sold that and I told that to the attorney the first time that I had the hearing.
Do you have those documents now, ma'am?
Yes,
Can you present those documents to the attorney or the?
I don't, she told me to wait. It was Wendy Barnwell. And she told me to wait until the day of the hearing and that she would give me instructions of what to do.
What did I just ask you to do, ma'am? Are you gonna listen to, are you gonna, I understand Ms. Barnwell, what she told you, but today I'm asking you, do you have those documents?
Yes, I do. Is
Okay.
there a particular email address you want me to send it to or a fax?
Yeah, you can send it to my email address.
Okay.
You have to keep in mind though, ma'am, that until this person goes to the Secretary of State, you might, next time you get rid of a vehicle, you might want to walk into the Secretary of State with that person when you transfer titles like this, because obviously, and I don't know, I'm just
My
saying.
husband sold the vehicle. I signed over the vehicle to him in July of 2019. He sold the vehicle in May of 2020 during COVID.
It's still the same. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to give you just a little bit of advice next time you sell a vehicle or transfer a title. You want to make sure that title is transferred, because if it's not actually transferred, cases like this can arise where that other person gets a ticket or does whatever nefarious thing that they might do. And then it comes back on you like it has now. I sent my information in the chat, ma'am. I'm gonna pass this matter until I get those documents, and then we'll come back to you.
Oh.
All right. Let's do this. Christina Lampkin.
Yes.
Your Honor, for Ms. Grayson, did you actually call her case or?
Yeah, I thought I did. Yeah, I think I did. You have that, right?
Yes,
Grayson. I thought you
No,
talking about.
Lamp. Let's go with Christina Lamp.
See if that's fine.
Ms. Lampkin, how old are you?
26.
Years old. You found a way to get pulled over this many times at this young age?
I mean, I wasn't trying to get pulled over.
I don't think you were. I just said you found a way to do it, didn't you?
I mean,
Let's see, we got two file folders for Lampkin. All right. Do you have a driver? Have you ever had a driver's license, ma'am?
no.
I think this would be a good candidate for a defensive driving course. Are you trying to get a driver's license?
Yes, I've been paying my ticket. I think it was like 3 tickets left. And I went to Secretary of State. They gave me a piece of paper. And they said it was I had one thing on there stopping me from getting my license.
You said what?
I said, I went to Secretary of State about a week ago and they gave me a piece of paper. And on the paper, it had one thing on there. I think it was like proof of insurance that was stopping me from getting my license. I guess I had to pay.
They lied to you.
Huh?
They lied to you. You got plenty of things stopping you from getting a license.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it had one thing on there. But I figured it was kind of wrong though. But
Figured that you just wanted to believe what they were saying, right? So that you were just praying that it was just gonna be that one thing, right?
I did. I honestly did.
I hate to, my father always told me, don't ever kill a person's dream. But I'm gonna have to kill this dream for you, Miss Lampkin, because there's way more than one thing on here to get your license.
Really.
All right, let's do this. Mr. Faulkner, what I'll do is your client has some civil infractions, 2 of them dating back to 2000, the middle of the pandemic, and another one in 2019, speeding 36 to 30, 26 and a 30. So I don't know if the allegation is true about the speeding ticket, but you know, if you don't have a driver's license and never had a driver's license, I don't know what will possess you to drive 57 in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. And I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is true, I don't know what it would possess you to do that. That would easily make it so that you're trying to ask to get caught. You know what I'm saying, Ms. Lampkin?
Yes, I do understand what you're saying, but I don't recall doing a 56 and a 30.
Let's call the cases.
And also too, I've been
Thank you. Hey, it's always best to say less, all right?
Okay.
The beauty of our justice system is that you have the right to remain silent. And what you really need to know is that right is so precious. You need to exercise that right. Okay, Ms. Lampkin, that's just a little bit of information for you. Exercise that right. All right, let's call the case. This is the city of Detroit versus Christina Alexis Lampkin, case number SP 1010584, counts 2 and counts 3. SP 1049365, counts 1, 2, and 3. Strike that. SP 1049365, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1049381, SP 1114511, and SP 1114511. Case number SP 1136509, SP 1138636, counts 1, 2, and 3. And let's call 207234091. Appearance for the record, please.
Paul Faulkner, representative defendant. Your name, ma'am?
Christina Lampkin.
Okay, Ms. Lampkin, you have a little bit of work to do to get a driver's license. What I'm going to do for you now, what I would offer you today, there's first of all, what I'll do for your client is I'm going to set aside these faults for these civil infractions. 2 of them were had during the pandemic. And Ms. Lampkin is willing to set aside the other one. I mean, they go to this defensive driving course, which would, first of all, I think that you need, based on the nature of the allegations, particularly the speeding allegations. She's got a number of failure to stop tickets. One of them she pled responsible to by making the payment. That's another thing, Ms. Lampkin. I understand that you're trying to get your license and you're doing your best to pay these things off, but this goes for everybody else. When you pay a civil infraction and it's a moving violation without coming to court and not without that ticket being amended to something other than that moving violation, when you pay that moving violation, you're accepting everything that goes along with that, and that includes 3 points on your driver's license. So you've already signed up for 3 points on your license by paying that one civil infraction.
Okay.
All right, so next time you get a ticket, I suggest, and you don't have to take my advice, I suggest you make a court date for it. Now, are you willing to take this Michigan defensive driving course, ma'am?
Could you say that again?
Are you willing to take a Michigan defensive driving course?
Yes, that's something I have to do.
You don't have to do it, but it would help you, it would better your chances to get a better offer. Plus, it would teach you a lot of things that are gonna be, that are gonna be on that driving test that you'll have to take.
Okay.
With the Secretary of State, it would go a long way, especially if you take it seriously.
Okay, that's fine.
You want to take it? All right, so I'm gonna send the driver course, and you have to type it in exactly this way. I think that the city attorney finds this to be the most comprehensive course out there. And I by listening to the testimonials that people have given, I think it's a very good course too. Please select.
Is it like for one something?
Pardon me?
Is it like for a day or something?
Yes, well, it's gonna be done on your own time.
Okay.
But it's an 8-hour course, it's online, it's 14 chapters, a quiz after each chapter, and 1 test. What we ask you to do, ma'am, is we ask you to take copious notes, a lot of notes, because what's gonna be required of you is you're gonna come back in here after you finish this class, you're gonna send me the certificate, and you're gonna come back in here, and you are going to let the court know, and anybody that's watching online, what you learned from this class. The more comprehensive of a testimonial that you give, the better your offer is gonna get, all right?
Oh, Lord.
Hey,
All right.
that's the deal. You can
But-
say, you don't have to do it.
Okay, because I don't want to do that. Like I can pay, I'm trying to pay tickets off and
Okay. Let me wait and, let me get the city attorney. If you don't want to do it, let me get city attorney to give you an offer without doing the class. Just sit tight, all right?
okay, yes, thank you.
All right. Okay, Mrs. Grayson, have you had that chance to forward those documents to me?
Yes, I sent them, I emailed them to you.
Let's see. Okay, so this car was, I can forward this to you, Mr. Faulkner, if you need me to. But this car was, transferred to a Gerald Steve. I think that's the name. It was dated 5/20/2021. And so I have a bill of sale there. And also I have a notice of abandoned vehicle. So what they're saying is, ma'am, even though you sold this person this car, obviously this person must be riding around in this car. Now, this car was recovered from the city, by the city
Yes,
on 10/11/2021, and it still never was transferred out of your name.
correct.
You see how that works when you don't walk them to the Secretary of State?
Yes,
What I'm gonna do, ma'am, is I'm gonna give you a break this time. This is an early Christmas present because I'm sure, you provided some documentation. I'm gonna put those in the file. But, next time you're gonna have to make sure that you walk that person in and you're gonna make sure that that vehicle is on your name. Get rid of the vehicle. So I'm gonna dismiss the cases, ma'am. All right,
thank you. I appreciate it.
very safe and happy holiday season.
You do as well.
Thank you much.
All right. Can I log off or I need to stay on?
No, you can log off.
Okay, thank you.
All right. How you doing? Hey, John. You all right? How you doing? Very well, very well. Okay, let's see who's next. Officer Croxton here.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, how are you? I have, you're here for Devin Lane. I don't know what time you checked in. I know that I give a half-hour grace period for officers, but the case was scheduled at 8:30. That means 9 o'clock, and I didn't see, I saw you here, so I don't know what time that is, but the counselor is here on that case as well. We can get the city attorney. I can give you an opportunity to speak with him. You need me? Or you guys figure out what you want to do.
Counselor, always offer impeding. Any issue with that?
No, I appreciate that. I have full authority. I'll plead responsible to impeding. Thank you.
All right,
You're welcome.
let's call the city of Detroit versus Devin James Lane, case number SP 124-02031. Can you put your appearance on the record, counsel?
My name is Paul Zosel, ZOSEL P22757, on behalf of the respondent Devin Lane.
All right, and can you put your appearance on the record, Officer Croxton?
Yes, sir. Corporal Croxton, Detroit Police Officer. Good morning, Judge.
Put your badge number as well, please.
Yes, indeed. 665, sir.
Right. I think we have a resolution, and Mr. Zelzo, you don't have authority, as you said, off the record to enter into the plea on behalf of your client.
Yes, Judge, I'll plead responsible to impeding traffic.
Very well. What we'll do is we'll amend the ticket to an impeding traffic, and we will call that a day, $175. Your client will need to pay how much, how long, when can he pay it?
14 days, please.
14 days from today. Let's just put in, since it's all holiday and all that, let's just put in January 7th.
Very well, thank you.
All right, set it for review. So if your client hasn't paid, you're free. You're done with this case, Counselor. If client hasn't paid, though, he's gonna need to show back up at 8:25 on January 7th. All right.
I understand. Thank you. Officer Croxton, thank you.
You're welcome, Counselor. Have a great day, Judge, you and your staff. Happy
All
holidays.
right, Counselor, good to see you, sir. Both of you have a safe and happy holiday season if I don't see you.
Thank you, you too. Hello, Mr. Faulkner.
Good morning, Mr. Zozo. Good seeing you, my man.
I'll see you later.
Right. Well, we got Malik Lester, who's not on the docket today.
I'm right here.
I got you. We have Antonio here. Who's on the docket.
Yeah, he's on the docket. Show cause 8:45.
Lester's on the,
He is on the docket.
is that Malik Lester? He's on the,
There you go. Okay, I see him now. I see him now.
Yeah.
All right. Let's call the case. And who's on the LG Stylo 6? He doesn't. Who is Mr. A02S? Unmute yourself, please. They have no offers in here. I don't know what Dawson offers.
William Geary.
William Gary.
Yes.
Oh, the last name.
Yeah, the last.
That's A. Is that Mr. A2? Okay. And who is the Moto G Play? Oh, he doesn't hear me either. They're all right. So let's go ahead. Let's call the city of Detroit. Okay. Let's call, since I have an offer for Mr. Garrett. I don't have an offer for Mr. Lester yet. Let's call the city of Detroit versus Antonio DeMar Garrett. Case numbers SP 1161427, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 5080271, and SP 5080281. Appearance for the record, please.
Paul Faulkner, representing the defendant. Your name, sir?
Unmute himself.
Mr. Gray?
No, Mr. Garrett.
Oh, Mr. Gary. Oh, you bypassed me there.
Did you say Mr. Gary?
No, Mr. Garrett. Antonio DeMar Garrett.
Oh, okay.
Gotta unmute yourself.
Yes,
What's your name
I'm
for
here.
the record?
Antonio Garrett,
All right. What's your date of birth, sir?
10/15/1990.
He also has some old civil infractions that he hasn't taken care of. Okay, let's also call the case of City of Detroit versus Antonio DeMar Garrett, case number SP 439097, counts 1 and counts 2. No, I call that. And let's call these cases as well. City of Detroit versus Leon DeMar Garrett, case number SP 90943, counts 1, 2, and 3. You also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 civil infractions that you have not taken care of going back to almost 2015. So you're gonna have to do something about those. I'll give you some relief on those civil infractions by waiving some of the fees. But you're gonna have to pay those, sir. And it appears I'm gonna need to get an updated offer from you, because I don't think your stuff was many. No, I'm gonna need to get an updated offer for him. He's got more stuff than was in here. He's been back.
Who is that, Your Honor?
This is Antonio Garrett.
Okay.
One of those sheets, summary sheets, Madam Clerk. I think I have. I want to make sure all the tickets are in here, so when the city attorney gets them, he sees everything. Okay.
This case is scheduled today for this afternoon.
Right here? Yeah. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Hold on a second. Now, let's see this. You can go ahead, just come on back when you see him. Okay, you got something to do. All right, I got it together. I'm gonna pass this over, wait on the city attorney to come back. We're waiting for Ms. Lampkin and, for Mr. Garrett. So I'm gonna pass those now. We need updated offers for those. Mr. Gray and Mr. Lester, we need offer for. Mr. Gray is, here. And call his case. I think he can either take the deal or set a trial for his, or pre-trial if he wants. That way more than that too. What's your date of birth, Mr. Gray? Mr. Garrett, William Garrett.
1990.
1/3/91.
1/3/1991. This just keeps going on and on and on. Where are you, sir? Here. Mr. Garrett.
Yes, sir.
Well, let me see your face, sir.
Start video. Okay, there we go.
How old are
Yes,
you?
sir. 30.
30 years old. What's all this neglect for?
Just going through a rough time.
No, this is not just going through a rough time. Everybody has rough times. This is just pure neglect of everything.
I definitely understand, Judge.
Huh?
I say I definitely understand what you're saying.
I mean, you make the people that are really going through rough times, and I'm not saying you're not going through a rough time, but you make the people that are really going through rough times, you know, this is just neglect.
You're absolutely right.
All right, let me see if this is as well. Yeah, this is not rough times at all. You gotta go see Austin Garrett. You have a warrant out for your arrest with him as well. We'll wait on the city attorney to get a file from you. Where is he? Let's see. Who else is in here that we haven't? We've got Gray, Lamp, waiting on Lester, the Moto, the LG and Garrett we're waiting on. The LG Stylo 6 and the remote play, they don't know how to connect their audio. It looks like the dude is driving and I'm gonna put him out. And the Moto G Play a note to connect their audio. We'll wait on the city attorney, Mr. Faulkner.
Okay, Judge.
I think you'll be good. We should be done relatively soon when he comes back in.
Do we have Malik Webster or Lester?
Yes, sir.
Just be patient, Miss Lester. I'm talking to the judge right now.
No problem.
Let's see if we can make something like this. All right, Mr. Lester, let me see what all he's got. Thinking this is all they have, and next thing you know, like Mr. Gary, it's pages and pages of stuff. He only has one thing on our docket today, but I like to treat it as Mr. Lester's the same way. Not as bad as, I like to treat it as a one-stop shop, so I'm trying to make sure that we get all the cases, so you don't have to come back to court on these other cases if you can help it. So I have, I'll just print these ROAs off too. I have to wait on an officer for him because it's not more on the docket today. So are things getting better for you, Mr. Gary?
Unfortunately, at the moment, no, but I'm trying to get things together. Just went through a bad little moment in my life, so I'm kind of starting over.
I hope that, you get yourself on solid ground. This is a big first step right here, so I'm not gonna discount that. That's very important that you showed up to court now. And it's very important, that you continue to show up to court, no matter how bad things are going at the time, because at the very least, you can express that to whatever judge you're in front of. You know, it holds a lot more weight, than just coming in here after these years of neglect. Here now, get you an offer, and we'll try to get this stuff behind. I got the LG Stylo 6, sir.
Okay.
You're driving a vehicle, sir? You're driving a vehicle, sir?
Yes.
All right, you're gonna have to hang up and call back when you're pulled over. And I hope when you see your name that you have a driver's license.
Yeah, I'm pulled over.
What's your name, sir?
Larry Graves.
Huh?
Larry Graves.
Graves?
Yes.
I don't have you on the docket today. No, Graves is your last name?
Yes. Graves.
What's your first name?
Larry.
Larry?
Yes.
Please tell me you have a valid driver's license.
Yes, sir.
Larry Jerome Graves?
Yes, sir.
Date of birth, sir.
8/22/76.
The license, it says sometimes. So
That for gas for here.
Somebody got some Mobile One oil in there, though.
Huh?
Somebody got Mobile One oil in there. 5W30. You don't got it. I go somewhere else.
Valid driver's license. Paid his mom. Still. Mr. Graves, I don't know how you did it. It's a book. But you have a valid driver's license. You don't have this file.
No, we don't have a file.
I printed out our way. Right?
Oh, okay.
All right. You got a lot of work. Graves, he has his driving license suspended with a couple of civil infractions, speeding and a defective brake light, but he has got a valid driver's license. Is he on the document tonight? No, he's not on the document. He's supposed to have been here yesterday. And the Moto G play still has it on. What's that? Yeah, I asked her, does she want to take the defensive driving course? She declined.
Okay, that's not good. On Top Street.
It was, to file. So I just.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I believe consolidation.
Down to one at a time, so we can just, try to put it on the record, go and you can go back up. All right. Did you call Christina Lampkin's cases?
I do believe so, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you see all these cases she had?
Yeah, one of those goes to section 3.
Yeah. And she has,
I thought it was a total of 6.
honestly, I think she's got. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. Have 9 cases. I put them all in there. Look at the, look at this, I checked them all. Maybe that one, do that. Some. All the tickets should be in there.
It was a.
That was all there. I'll check this out. You can go ahead and do it. I'll make sure all the tickets are. No, that was. Subsidize. All stuff is there. On the right hand side of the pole. You're dismissing, you don't complete the two, and dismissing everything else.
That the one with the state control? I thought it was 3.
I'm gonna see two. All right, Mr. Lester. Demario.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Demario Lester.
Yes, sir.
This is the city of Detroit versus Malik Demario Lester, case number SP 1175661, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1181535, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1229521, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearing for the record, please.
Paul Faulkner, representing the defendant. Your name, sir?
Malik Demario Lester.
All right, your offer today, sir, will be to plead to 2 counts of failure to display a valid driver's license And that's a misdemeanor. It does abstract to the Secretary of State. I'm told upon plea, it's going, are you driving, Mr. Graves? No, man, you get it. This is the last time I'm gonna tell you. Don't drive in my courtroom. I can't hear you. All right, so, and then that's what I'm told is that failure to display is going to trigger a 30-day suspension. I can't verify that for sure, but also the improper plate is a misdemeanor as well. I will dismiss the misdemeanor upon payment of $240. So, and then the other cases will be dismissed as well. So it looks like a total of $720 for you today, and then and that'll take care of everything you have.
Okay.
You have a right to a trial, sir. And you also have the right to speak with Mr. Faulkner in a breakout room regarding the offer or anything.
Okay. And when do I have a specific date to pay it off?
Well, as soon as you can. When can you pay it?
It could be any time before January 1st for sure.
I'll give you till January 7th.
Okay.
You want to take the deal, sir?
Yes.
All right. Just raise your right hand, please. Right.
I'm sorry about that. Someone's calling.
Trying to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
You can put your hand down, sir. Sir, let me ask you, do you understand the maximum possible penalty for the misdemeanor offenses are 93 days in jail and or $500 in fine?
Yes, sir.
You understand you have a right to a trial?
Yes.
Taking this off, you're gonna give up that trial, right?
Correct.
Does anybody offer anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, sir.
Okay, sir, let me draw your attention back to March the 12th, 2021 at around strike that March the 12th, 2021 around 12:27 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Grand River and Rosa Parks. Did you have occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes, sir.
On that day, would that officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you couldn't do so, could you, sir?
No, sir.
All right, and why is that?
I don't have a driver's license. I'm still working on it.
Very well. I'm gonna find you guilty of the amended count of failure to display a valid driver's license. I'm gonna fine you $240 for that.
No problem.
Also, sir, on that same date and time, were you operating a 2001 Infiniti, sir?
What was this date?
The March the 12th, 2021 date.
No, sir.
You weren't operating a 2001 Infiniti on that day?
No, I think it was a Ford Focus.
Hey, well, we have an issue here, Mr. Faulkner.
Stipulate you are he's driving the car.
I got just ROAs here and it says 2001 Infiniti.
No, I don't have an Infiniti.
Were you driving that day though and received that ticket?
Yeah, I was driving, but I don't own an Infiniti.
You were driving on Grand River and Rosa Parks that day on March 12, 2021?
I don't know if I was driving. I would just say yes. Yes, sir.
You can't just say yes, sir.
I don't remember driving it. I don't remember driving an Infiniti.
Okay, and I see the 2003 Ford Focus.
Oh, okay. Yes. So yes, sir.
That he's asking you to plead to. I can't allow you to plead to something that you're actually not guilty of. That's why we set a trial date in these matters. What's holding you up from getting a driver's license?
At first it was COVID. I had a scheduled appointment and I missed it. But the same day I had bought the Ford Focus is the same day I had pulled over.
These only tickets that you have out there in the universe is these tickets?
Yes.
All right. Why don't you go and get a driver's license and come back and we'll set a trial date? Because I can't let you plead to something that you are not actually guilty of. You don't have any reinstatement fees that you owe. These tickets are just allegations. You should be able to. You should be able to go to the Secretary of State and get a driver's license. You bring that driver's license back in here on March the 10th, 2022, and we'll deal with all these matters on that day.
Okay, we could do that.
All right, because I'm not gonna, if the officer has done something wrong or if somebody's using your name, you gotta know that, sir. You know, that's why I'm not gonna let you plead to this. So I'm gonna set a trial date for March the 10th, 2022. In the meantime, I suggest you go get yourself a driver's license, all right?
Okay.
And then come back March the 10th, 2022 via Zoom at 9 a.m. and we'll deal with the matters on that day, all right?
All right.
All right, if there's nothing further, sir, have a very good, safe, and happy holiday season. I will see you in the new year.
Your Honor, did he plea on a couple?
No, he didn't plea on anything.
Okay.
We couldn't take an accurate factual basis.
Well, I think you took him, you'd already, that was the second one that you were asking him about.
All right, we're gonna strike that from the record.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
And what it is too, Counselor, is these are all ROA, any original tickets in the file anyway. So if it comes to a day where I don't have the original ticket, then I'm gonna dismiss the cases anyway, because that's why I don't like proceeding off of ROAs, and he seems to be very knowledgeable about what car he was driving. He can't recollect ever driving a 2001 Infiniti, and that's what the ROA says. So it could potentially not be him, or he could have forgot, but let's just deal with it on March the 10th, 2022.
Sure.
Make sure you show back up that morning, sir, all right?
All right. Thank you.
All right, have a great day.
All right, you too.
All right, we're back on the record with Mrs. Christina Lampkin. And the offer for your client would be to plead to 2 counts of failure to display, plus 2 counts of blocking traffic, plus the 1 count of speeding 15, what would that be, 11 to 15 over, $150. So it's gonna be $980. I'll waive the warrant fees, and we will, you'll be responsible for reinstatement fees. You gotta understand that 1 count of 75 to 60 over is gonna give you an additional 3 points on your driving record. You already signed up for 3 points on your driving record for the disregard the red signal, so that would be 6 points. You'll probably be getting a letter from the Secretary of State. It's almost gonna disregard. I think disregard the red is 3 points. You're young, you're trying to get a driver's license. They may not give you a license because of all that now, but that's gonna be for you to figure out. I'll also, on the old civil infractions, let me see what I did.
Mr. Lampkin, you sure you don't want to take that driver's?
I mean, if I take it, like, what is it towards? Like, it's gonna drop some ticket, like.
If you show the judge you were really listening to the program, then there's a good chance the answer is yes. You save yourself some money.
Okay. But that still mean I gotta, so I owe $900.
No, not yet. If you go, nothing would happen today. You'd just take the class and you'd come back. And then you'd demonstrate to the judge that you did watch it and that you learned quite a bit from it. If you do all that,
No.
when you come back, the judge will be more lenient on you.
Okay.
Now, what I'm trying to do, ma'am, you're a young lady. You've never had a driver's license before. The whole purpose, what I'm trying to do for everybody that comes before me is get them a driver's license and keep it fair and reasonable. I don't know, it is what it is. You got these tickets, you've amassed all these tickets at such a young age. But just if you take the driving course, if you're trying to get a license, I'm sure if you take that course seriously, you can almost whiz right through that driving test. And we'll look at this failure to the we'll look at this disregard a red signal as well that you paid on 30/21. Help you on
Right.
points.
Okay, fine. But that's what I was saying too, because I have been paying my tickets and they said I only had 3 tickets left.
Listen, I know what you're saying. I'm looking at the system. And you don't do yourself any justice by paying a civil infraction, just paying it all. Because you already signed up for the 2 points for that civil infraction. If you pay the speeding ticket, just paid it without coming to court, they have 4 points on your driver's license for that. You gotta educate yourself. And I'm trying to educate you. You need to, before you go and pay tickets, hopefully you don't get any more tickets. But if you get a ticket, you need to talk to a lawyer that you trust and that you make a relationship with. Because you're just paying this stuff off and you're just putting yourself further and further in a hole.
Everyone else,
I can't hear. Speak.
No, stay.
Unmute yourself, Ms. Lampkin. Now, last time, unmute yourself. I muted you.
Okay.
Lastly, do you want to take this offer or do you want to do the class?
I'll take the class.
Don't do it for me. I'm giving you the option of doing what you want to do. This is your decision. I'll put the class in the chat. Go ahead.
You said if I take the class, it will remove points, right?
Yeah, we're gonna help you out, but come in and take some good notes. Have you graduated from high school, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, so you know what is a classroom assignment. It's a homework assignment.
Okay.
Treat it like a final exam. Take good notes. Ready to articulate what you learned in class, all right?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna put down here. Now, what I'll do for you, I'll give you 30 days to take the class, but I'll also allow you to zoom back in sooner than 30 days so that you can hurry up and get this license stuff taken care of. I'm going to say January the 10th, 2022. I'm going to remember our conversation. I'm going to have you back at 8:30 a.m. But if you finish before January 10th, then you come back in. We're going to set aside any potential warrants. I don't know if there's any warrants out there. There's no warrants. And we'll enter not guilty pleas on her behalf. I hope that you do a good job of the class, ma'am. Do you have the class in there? I sent it to you in the chat.
I did see it, but let me see. Chat. Okay, yeah, I have it here.
And take a screenshot of that. Take that particular class. All right.
Okay.
And then come back if you get it done. Do you have my email address?
I do not. I do not.
I'll send it to you.
Okay,
There's
thank you.
some of these old people in here I can't help. I might not be able to help you, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to help them too, but some of them just don't want no help.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
You got
take
me,
that.
man.
Yeah, I can't help you, Mr. Clark. All right. January the 10th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Make sure you send me that certificate ahead of class and then ahead of ahead of coming in the court. And I told you you can zoom back in anytime you before then, except on a Wednesday. If I don't see
Okay.
you then, I'll see you January 10th, 2022. All right.
Yes.
Have a safe and happy holiday season, man. I'll see you
Okay,
in the new.
thank you.
All right,
Okay, you
hold
too.
on.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, let's go with Mr. Garrett. This is did I call his cases, Madam?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Antonio Garrett. And he's got a key box as well. Is on there? Okay, so we got everything. That's it. I don't see the E-block. It's a U-tick. No, it's a Z-tick. This goes back to, what's your date of birth, Garrett?
Oh, that's probably on probation.
Mr. Garrett, you there?
Gary,
No, Garrett. Maybe he's gone.
You know what?
He's gone. He's gone. All right, let's go. Garrett.
Was he driving the car?
No, that's LG6 right there driving the car.
Oh, okay.
So pleading the floor. All right, Mr. Gary, you're up. Did I call his cases, Madam Clerk? Sorry, Madam. I'm sorry. All right, this is the city of Detroit versus William Thomas Gary. Case number SP 1191599, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 120219, counts 1, 2, and 3. SX 3522470, counts 1, 2. We have a U25771515. We have a U57427920. Here.
Paul Faulkner, representing the defendant. Your name, sir?
Elton.
William.
Mr. Gray, what's your name?
William Gary.
All right, let's also call 1945799541.
Yeah, I only have one case on the
I know,
docket.
It's a one-stop shop for him. All right.
Okay.
Here's what the offer today is to clear all the misdemeanors up, is to plead to the U ticket under disorderly conduct, plead to 1 count of failure to display a valid driver's license, a misdemeanor, 30-day suspension, no points though, and plead to 2 counts of improper plates. I'll dismiss the 2 counts of improper plates upon payment of the $240. It's going to be $240 for each civil and each misdemeanor. So for you, it's going to be $960. I'll waive the warrant fees. I'll expect you to pay the reinstatement fees. And then what I will do for you, sir, is I will, if you show me that you really want to get this stuff taken care of, I will start to work with you on these civil infractions that have been in default. I will waive some of the discretionary fees so that it gets you back to the original ticket.
Okay.
But that's gonna be on you. Well, first I would want you to take care of what we have in front of us. And then we can move on to the civil infractions and I'll give you time to work things out. All I need, and what I can do too, is I can let you do some community service for all of this stuff.
Okay, I'm willing to do that, Judge.
I mean, that would be a good thing for you not to have to come out of the pocket and get the stuff taken care of, along with helping out and putting back in your community that you've been taking out so much.
I definitely don't have a problem with that, Judge.
Want to do that?
I'm willing to do that.
All right, so the civil infraction, we're gonna get a total dollar amount. And what I'm gonna do on this total dollar amount is I'm gonna allow you to, I'm gonna give you $20 an hour toward every hour that you work as far as your community service. So you can do it all in community service and pay it off. You can do part of it. You can do none. You can pay it off in cash. If you come in here, if you hit the mega million, you can drop the whole drop it all the way down. You know, that's gonna be up to you, but I'm gonna give you that option. Plus, for that U ticket, I'm gonna need you to take a misdemeanor morality class, and I'm gonna need you to get a testing done. That testing is gonna be private to you. We'll send you to a referral to probation, and they can help you to find the places to get that stuff done. All right?
Okay.
You want to take that deal?
Yes.
All right. Now, can we go into the system and start discounting Mr. Gary's fees? I need those summaries printed out.
No, excuse me, Judge.
Yes.
The address that you guys have for me, I'm no longer staying there anymore. And
All right, what address do you have, sir?
It's 9530 Foss.
9530 Foss, F-A-U-S-T.
Yes.
9530 Foss. And what is the zip code over there?
48228. All
right, I have that. We'll put that in the system and change that. Let me get a good phone number from you too.
313-459-8103.
$8103. 8103.
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set aside any warrant, recall any warrant. I also want you to get in touch with meantime, I also want you to get in touch with Austin Garrett. Let's give him a number over there so he can call right after he hangs up from here. All right, sir, you want to take this deal?
Yes.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Or you can put your hand down, sir. Sir, you understand that the maximum possible penalty for these misdemeanors are 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial?
Yeah. Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes, I do.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
All right, sir, let me draw your attention back to, and again, we're operating all off ROAs, counselor.
Yes, John.
the client want to set a court date, a trial date for these matters? And see what kind of tickets they bring up, or does he want to go ahead with the pleas?
All right.
I can put you in a breakout room and speak with him.
Just 1 second. Do you understand, Mr. Gray, that if he came back for trial, that some of the tickets might not be up, and if they can't find them, the cases might get dismissed? Or you can just proceed today and get them all over with.
I would like to proceed today.
Yeah, I have to take an accurate factual basis, and the one ticket the first ticket, the offer to engage ticket or soliciting ticket, you gotta tell what you did. Because I don't have any ticket in front of me that make up the allegations to question you on that. So are you ready to do that or not?
Yes.
All right, let's draw your attention, sir, to October 20th, 2020 at around 7:30 p.m. in the area of Finkel and Robeson, sir. Did you have an occasion on that day to come encounter with the Detroit police?
Yes, I did.
The city of Detroit. And sir, was there, I'm thinking, I don't know, is it somebody out there that you offered some kind of monetary dollar amount in exchange for some sort of sexual gratification, sir?
Yes, I did.
All right, you satisfied, counselor?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm satisfied. I'm gonna fine you $240 for that. You're gonna take a misdemeanor morality class and get testing done. We'll get you to probation so you can get that done. Okay, sir, let me draw your attention.
You said it's a ground down?
April the 23rd, 2021 at around 3:46 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Joy Road and Southfield, sir. On that date and time, did you have an occasion to come in contact with the Detroit police?
Can't recall.
March the 23rd, 2021 at around 3:46 in the area of Joy Road and Southfield. They say you were operating a 2002 Chevy.
Yes, Chevy Yukon.
I don't know if it's Chevy Yukon or not, it just says Chevy here. And they pulled you over in the area of Joy Road in Southfield, the city of Detroit. You don't recall that?
No, yes, I do. It wasn't the Yukon. It was a Blazer. Yes, I recall.
Okay, and on that day, were you asked to produce a valid registration for that vehicle?
Yes.
And you couldn't do so, could you, sir?
I could not.
And why is that?
Because I just had bought it and I didn't get it registered yet.
Very well. I'm going to accept your plea to the amended count. I'm going to accept your plea to the amended count of improper plates. I'll fine you $240 for that. I told you I dismissed that upon payment of the $240 fine. Let's move on to October the 18th, 2019 at around 5:30 p.m. in the area of Chicago and Fitzpatrick, sir. Did you have an occasion, city of Detroit, did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes.
On that day, did that officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
You do so, could you, sir?
No, I could not.
Why is that?
Because I never required a license.
Very well. I'm going to find you guilty of the amended count of failure to display a valid driver's license. Let's draw your attention to May the 21st, 2021 at around 10:23 a.m. in the area of Joy Prevost, sir. Were you operating a a 1998 Chevy on that day?
Yes,
And did you get pulled over by the Detroit Police Department officer?
yes, I did.
And that officer asked you to produce valid insurance, sir?
Yes.
And you couldn't do so, could you, sir?
No, I couldn't.
Okay. Find you guilty of amended count of improper plates, fine you $240 for that. I told you I would dismiss that upon completion of payment. I'll dismiss it upon completion of payment. We already acknowledged the fact.
Grab my flashlight.
Okay.
Gonna do community service, so if you want to. So, with the stipulation of probable cause, Counselor, all the other matters will be dismissed, the misdemeanor matters will be dismissed.
So stipulate, Your Honor.
Now. All right.
Oh, cool. Okay. Thanks.
What key that?
Yes, thank you. All right, what I'm now do is we're gonna need to go in the system to each one of these issues, waive this, waive fees, and we're gonna waive the reinstatement fees for the civil infraction. So each one of these with a dollar amount. Oh, we got a disorderly conduct. So we're gonna have to do some math for you, sir. I'm gonna start out by saying, just for the things you entered into today, it's gonna be 50 hours of community service. So it's gonna be this way. I'm gonna give you community service. I'm gonna give you $20 per hour.
Okay.
Service. I can put a date on this, and you can come. We can put. When do you think you can get the hours done?
I'm sorry, Judge, I couldn't hear you.
You think 50 hours done?
I can get those done as soon as possible. I don't work during the day. I work at night.
Why don't we say, let's say January, let's have you back January 10th, 2022 for review. So you get that 50 hours done, we can close these cases out, and then I'll have all the math done on the other one, or you can come back before then, come back next week and zoom in sometime, except on a Wednesday. Zoom in on Tuesday, yeah, zoom in anytime except Wednesday, and I can have math done on those other cases and discount those other cases, all right? But if I don't see you then, I'm gonna see, you have ink pen on you, sir?
Yes.
We need, probation number, community service coordinator number. Miss Green is her name. It's 313-965-8130. You're gonna have to contact Miss Green. They should be in contact with you because we're gonna send a referral over. However, if they're not in contact with you by Monday or Tuesday, you need to give them a call, all right? And then you can zoom back in sometime next week. It'll give us time to do that math on those other tickets, all right?
Okay, I will do that.
All right, sir, listen, I appreciate the fact that you're in here. Like I say, I hope that things get better for you, but already you're working to that end by showing up and facing these matters. And I guarantee you're gonna get a lot of gratification out of doing that community service if you take it seriously. Because there's a lot of people out there, you may think that you have, that are in bad shape, and I'm not saying that you're not. But if you walk a minute in some other people's shoes, there's some other people that are doing a lot worse that can definitely need some assistance. So that's what I try to do every morning. I try to put myself in somebody else's shoes. And that's what keeps me motivated every day. And thank you for God that I at least have myself in this situation I'm in now that I can be able to help you. Right?
Absolutely right, Judge.
All right, sir. So if I don't see you back, I need you to get in touch with probation. That 50 hours is just the tip of the iceberg, keep in mind, but we'll work together and we'll get this stuff knocked out and get you a driver's license, all right? If you're committed, if you're committed to it.
Definitely am, Judge, and I really appreciate it.
All right, there's nothing further, sir. If I don't see you before the holiday, have a safe and happy holiday season. And I'll see you in the new year, or if I see you next week, we'll get you the map on that, so you'll know exactly what you need to do.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Who's next? Mr. What did we say about Mr. Graves?
I'm right here.
All right. Graves,
Yes, sir.
apparently, the city attorney wants you to take that driving course as well.
What driving course?
Michigan defensive driving course.
Okay.
Could be. Man, I was looking for.
You got Michigan.
I was looking for.
Because my license not suspended.
Hold on a second. He has a valid driver's license.
I'm concerned with, pages driving record.
No, but that's,
I'm gonna dismiss it, what's he do?
all right. He said, okay, here's the deal.
I'm concerned.
You take that driving course, come back in here, show us proof you took that driving course, he'll dismiss these tickets.
If you take it serious.
If you take the class seriously. That's
Okay.
not bad. That's not bad. You want to do that, sir?
Yes.
Your Honor, Dante Goss, P60162, we have a city Detroit. The reason why I made that offer, Your Honor, I looked at his driving record, he has a very extensive driving record.
Very extensive. I will agree with that. I'm sure he will agree with that too.
And I'm just concerned about him, he has a valid driver's license. It seemed like a repeated issue with him getting suspended. So I'm just trying to, hopefully, this class will actually help him keep his driver's license. So I'm willing to dismiss these matters if it's gonna help him in the long run.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I apologize. We hadn't recalled the case before Mr. Goss put his appearance on the record. We're on now, but can he restate everything? I'm sorry.
All right, let's call it, we haven't called it already. This is City of Detroit versus Larry Jerome Graves. Case number SP 1205879, council 1, 2, and 3. All right, put your appearance on the record, Mr. Faulkner.
Paul Faulkner, representing the defendant, Your Honor. Ma'am, your name, or sir, which one do we have here?
Larry Graves.
Yes, sir.
Dante Goss, they please his honorable report, Dante Goss, P60162, will be held in the city of Detroit.
All right, so Mr. Graves, you understand, all right, first of all, you do have a driving record. I couldn't even put a staple in it. Need one of those high-powered staples to staple this stuff together. So I had to put a big paper clip on it. You got that, sir?
Yeah, because I did community service to get my driving license back. I did a whole lot of community service to get my driving license back.
Yeah, but the allegation is you're still speeding out there. And what the city attorney sees is he sees pages and pages of neglect and driving, and he's trying to stem that. He's also trying to give you an opportunity, take a class, you take the class serious. There's a lot in that class we all can learn. I mean, the most experienced driver is a very comprehensive course. It's an 8-hour course online. I'll give you all the way till March the 10th to take it. Just
Okay.
because you have a driver's license, and that's the next pretrial date I have here. I put the class in the chat. You can, I would like you to screenshot that so you can make sure you take that particular class, and then you come back, tell us what you learned, and the city attorney is going to dismiss if you give us some good education.
Okay. You say you put it where? I don't see it.
You see it in the chat there? Hit your bottom chat button and you'll see the conversations that's been going across. I'm gonna put it in there again. I'm gonna recopy it. And then I have my email address in there as well. You can send me the email address ahead of you coming back to court.
Okay.
You see it in the chat?
Yes, sir. I just took the screenshot of it.
All right. We'll have you back March the 10th. Please don't get another ticket within that time.
Okay.
March the 10th, 2022 at 8:30. You know what we're gonna look for. We're gonna look for you coming in and dropping some knowledge on the people, on everybody in court, what you learned.
Okay.
All right, and if you have any trouble, you always can call the court and we can help you out. See if we can get you. All right. Have a safe and happy holiday season, sir. Please don't drive while you're online anymore. And,
okay.
And I'll see you back in the new year, March 10th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m.
All right. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Good, well. All right, Mr. Garrett. Mr. Garrett, you there?
Yes.
We lost you for a minute there.
Yeah, my phone had that.
All right. All right. What's your date of birth, sir?
10/15/1990.
All right. Did we call these cases, madam? For
Mr. Garrett?
yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're recalling the case of Antonio DeMar Garrett. All right, Mr. Garrett, the offer for you today is going to be to plead to 3 of these misdemeanors, and we're going to dismiss the rest.
Okay.
Very good deal. That's 3 misdemeanors at $240 apiece. And we'll dismiss the rest. 1 is a failure to display, 2 a failure to display. Those are going to be abstractable to the Secretary of State. However, they won't carry any points. The other one is going to be pleading to improper plates. I'll dismiss the improper plates upon payment of a $240 fine. The other is going to be $240 for each misdemeanor. We'll dismiss all the other misdemeanors. You'll have some open civil infractions that you haven't taken care of. And what I'll do for those is I will get you back to the original cost of those tickets.
Okay.
You want to take that deal, sir?
Yes.
All right, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down, sir. Sir, do you understand the maximum possible penalty for the misdemeanor offenses of 93 days in jail and or $500 in fine?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial?
Yes.
You understand that by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes.
And has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
All right, sir. Let me draw your attention back to CR434-907. One. Let me draw your attention back to, way back to September 30th, 2017 at around 3:31 PM in the city of Detroit in the area of Van Dyke and Lynch Road, sir. Were you pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day? Says you were operating a 2011 Ford.
Hello?
You recall that?
Can you repeat it? My phone had muted.
Oh, sorry, September 30th, 2017 at 3:31 PM in the city of Detroit, in the area of Van Dyke and Lynch Road. Were you pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes,
You were operating a 2011 Ford?
yes,
All right, and that Ford, did that officer ask you to produce valid insurance?
yes,
You couldn't do so, could you?
no,
Hey, why is that?
at the time, I didn't get my plates renewed, so that's why I didn't have any insurance.
There you go. All right, very well. I'll accept your plea to the amended count of improper plates. I told you I dismissed on payment. I'm sorry. Yeah, you have these written differently. You have them transposed. All right, and let's move to 12/9/2015 around 4:08 PM in the city of Detroit in the area of I-75 Service Drive at Rosa Parks Boulevard. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day, sir?
Yes,
And on that day, were you operating a 2004 GMC?
yes,
And did that officer ask you to produce valid insurance?
yes,
And you couldn't do so, could you?
no.
Why is that?
The vehicle wasn't in my name.
You didn't have the insurance, you either, right?
No,
All right, I'm gonna find you guilty of the amended count of improper plates. For that, let's draw your attention to February 2nd, 2021 at around 7:53 PM in the city of Detroit in the area of Cliff and Nevada Street, sir. Did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
yes,
And did that officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
yes,
And you couldn't do so, could you?
no.
And why is that, sir?
Because I didn't pay my ticket, so my license is still suspended. But Secretary of State sent me a letter in the mail saying that some suspensions was removed. That the only suspension that I have now is a no insurance ticket from 2019.
Okay, we're gonna dismiss those matters. We're gonna, with stipulation of probable cause, counsel, we're gonna dismiss all the other matters.
So stipulate, Your Honor.
Except for he's gonna have the other fees that it relates to the civil infractions. All right, sir, for the issues that you have today, when can you pay?
It's gonna take me about.
I can give you community service as well, sir. Like,
Okay.
you wanna do some community service or you wanna pay it off on your own? I didn't hear you, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, you wanna do community service or you wanna pay it off?
I'll just pay them off.
can you pay, sir?
It's gonna be like 2 months.
Be 2 months, I'm gonna give you till February 8th. February 8th, 2022, hold it for a review. 8:25 a.m. I'm gonna waive the late fees and reinstatement fees for the civil infractions. I'm gonna waive the warrant fees, and I'm gonna expect them to pay the reinstatement fee for the misdemeanors. All right? So we're gonna waive the late fees and reinstatement fees for the civil infractions, and I'm gonna waive the warrant fees, and you're gonna pay the reinstatement fees for the misdemeanors, all right, sir? And then, but February 8th, 2022. Is he gone?
I don't see him. His phone keeps going in and out.
Yeah, let's move on to the Galaxy A02s. Who is that? Who's on the Galaxy A02s? I think we already waited on them, didn't we? And the Moto G Play, he can't connect his audio. All right, Galaxy A02s. I'm gonna put the Moto G Play out. I'll put them out for a second to see if they dial back in. I'll put the Galaxy A02s out too and see if we'll give them a back in. Okay, so this one, same thing on the civil infractions. We're gonna waive the warrant fees. We're gonna waive the late fees and the reinstatement fees. I wrote that in the note. For that, the one guy, we're gonna do the same thing for all those civil infractions, all right? Okay. That one, what's the guy, Bear, yeah. You're gonna write it on the note there and then put his new address in there as well. All right.
Oh, you already wrote it on
The new address is right there.
Oh, okay.
But
You
we'll-
want,
on civil infractions, we'll waive the late fees and waive the reinstatement.
On the civil infractions.
On the civil infractions,
Okay.
on the misdemeanors, we'll waive the warrant fees. They'll pay the reinstatement. Did you see the Supreme Court, Mr. Faulkner, ruled that the Texas abortion law will stand?
Yes, I saw it. I didn't read anything about it.
I just saw the headline.
There was one caveat, I can't remember what it was.
That the providers can sue individually.
Well, half the people in the country are happy and half of the country isn't.
Yeah, that's the truth. And the fact of the matter is it just, you know, when you put it in relation to other things like, who want to have the right to not take the COVID shot and things like that, but most of those same people don't want you to have the right because, and they point to the fact that they should be able to make a choice on what they do with their bodies. Most of those people are the ones that don't want to allow other people to get an abortion.
Yeah, could be.
Yes, next year is going to be a lot of Supreme Court cases that are going to be coming down, changing probably a lot.
Yeah. Make sure you watch The View this morning.
Okay, why?
Because they root for Texas on the abortion.
Oh. Turn it on now.
So my wife get the View on. They do a pretty good job of all these things like this.
Yeah, they'll definitely be talking about it, right?
Yeah, you better believe it.
Mr. Garrett is back. So what I said, sir, is that we'll have you back on February 8th, 2022. I put a record in that we're going to waive the late fees and the reinstatement fees for your civil infractions. And we'll waive the warrant fees, but you're going to be expected to pay the reinstatement fees on your misdemeanors, okay?
Okay.
So come back on February 8th, 2022 at 8:25 for a review, okay?
Okay.
All right, have a safe, happy holiday season, sir. I'll see you back in the new year.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Galaxy A02S.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Name?
Elton Gibbs.
Okay, you had a review.
Yes,
and
sir.
It's listed as a review. I don't know why it's listed as a review because it doesn't seem that you, let me see the file to see what you wrote in there, if you wrote anything in there. All right. Did you do the community service, sir?
Yes, sir. I went and talked to James Phillips at Southwest Detroit
Yeah.
Community Justice Center. I got the paperwork to him a couple of days ago. He said we'll have that paperwork into you this week coming up.
Let me see if I can get in contact with him this week coming up. So by next week, right?
By next week, you should have all the paperwork.
If he can verify that, then we can take care of it right now.
Okay.
Looks like Sonya Trinity. I should see. Looks like Sonya Trinity's totals out. I guess the balance is due. Assessments, certain matters. Okay, I know.
That's fine.
Right.
those were all the, she did that ahead of time for you.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
know, I've
sweet.
never done it before, so I didn't know that was.
Now you know how to do it.
Yeah, I do. I gotta thank her.
That's a lot of work.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, again, floating, we don't have that opportunity. Everything.
Yes, we are, just about. I'm just gonna, we're gonna see if we can take this bids right now.
I already wrote the offer for.
So he's already taken care of. I'm waiting to get, make sure he did his community service.
Okay. Just now starting. I don't get
Um,
back in, it's just coming for,
Oh,
and he just left the truck.
oh, I got you. Okay, let's call the case. This is the city of Detroit versus Alton Augustus Gibbs. Case number SP 119-20421. Appearance for the record, please.
Paul Faulkner representing the defendant. Your name, sir?
Elton Augustus Gibbs.
Okay, sir, it doesn't have an abstraction in here. It's open, so I did get proof from the, Mr. Lamar. I did from Mr. Phillips over there. He said that, you did complete 12 hours of community service. If you like, sir, you can let us know what you did and how you felt about it.
Well, first and foremost, Mr. Phillips was a blessing, you know. He let me know. I always can call on him if I need him. You know, he was a very good man. We sat and we talked and got a chance to, what short time we were together, we got a chance to know each other pretty good. What I did and what I do is I work for one of my local churches, St. John African Methodist Episcopal Church. The pastor trailer. I cut the grass. I did their leaves this year, and also attended church and helped around the church on Sundays for my community service. Mr. Phillips, his program was very comforting, welcoming, and he helped a lot with everything.
All right, so let me ask you this: is that your church, or is that the church that Mr. Phillips associated? This let you that he introduced you.
this is a church that I've done some work for in River Rouge before, and he just told me to go to that church since I was already affiliated with them.
Okay, so essentially, you already have a relationship, so that stuff that you did with that church is something that you would, I'm sure you've done service for them before, correct? And he
Correct.
just, but the most important thing out of this whole thing is that you were able to establish a relationship that it sounds like you're gonna continue to nourish. And it sounds like this won't be your only time going over there to the Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center and checking in on them and seeing if they have anything that you can help around there. Is that correct?
Correct. And I explained that to him when even when I took my paperwork, for the community service, it's like a whole different ballgame. I mean, he was a good person to be affiliated with, and also help. I know he can help me, but I know it's some things that I can do to help the community, because I already do a lot of work with the communities.
Yeah, and listen, what it does is with the overall principle lesson here is that through these community service initiatives, you're not only helping out the community, beautifying the church, and it sounds like that's something that you probably have always done, but you also get an opportunity to make relationships. And
Yes.
you make relationships, and you're making relationships, first of all, with good people. So that can never be a bad thing. And secondly, you never know how or where these relationships and how far these relationships can take you in life, because that's what mostly everybody is making their successes off of, is the relationships of others, correct?
Correct.
So,
and go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I think that's just a good deal. I'm glad that you this is a situation where I think your car probably has some problems or something out there, and it was not your intent to be hanging out in the park that night.
Right.
You were just passing through and something happened. If I recall correctly, was that at Rouge Park, I think?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so, the court understood that, but I think you were even willing to say, listen, I'll do whatever community service, and, because it sounds like you do that all the time, so that was nothing to you. So that was a compromise, and we appreciate that. And we appreciate you coming back in here, giving us your testimonial. And like I say, I'll probably hopefully run into you over at the Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center in the near future, one day myself. All right.
All right. That would be something good, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, very well, sir. And until then, you have a safe and happy holiday season. Have a happy new year, and continue to do what you're doing. And we will hopefully soon we'll make that acquaintance again, and maybe at the Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center.
That would be better than this courtroom, sir. Yeah. But I appreciate the experience.
Definitely, Mr. We appreciate you. Have a great day, sir.
You
have
too.
a show on Wednesday.
All right. Thank you.
Very well.
All right.
All right, Mr. Faulkner. I did a little bit better than what you asked.
Well, I appreciate it, Judge.
All right. So if there's nothing further, make sure you get there and let the doctor keep the old ticker ticking, all right?
Yeah, I will. That last story, I like stories like he just like hearing him talk.
Well, he was one that, I think he had, maybe, I don't know if it was some car trouble or something, and the police pull you over, and everybody, the police probably hear a million stories, and then they wrote the ticket anyway. So I don't know exactly what he said. He said, listen, I'll do.
Anyway, he was
Yeah, he said, I'll
He was
do
a
it.
nice guy, I thought.
Yeah, really, it was no skin off his back because sounds like he does that anyway. And
Yeah.
he did hours, and then he met Mr. Phillips over there and made a good relationship. So,
Yeah, that was nice.
all right. I'll
Okay,
see you.
see y'all later.
Have a safe and happy holiday season.
Okay.